moved us here. Let's do all the games. Happened on Sunday. The first game is Indiana Pacers beating the Miami Heat. Malcolm Brogdon is a big buy low at the moment. 4 for 17, 12 points, 10 assists. This game, the assist is back up. Sabonis has been getting 10, 9 assists, and Brogdon wasn't really getting that many. 10 assists really nice. 3 6 rebound. But he just hasn't been playing well at all. He's still a top 40 guy to me. Beginning of the season, his steal numbers was crazy. Now it's all the way back to 1.1. Where's Malcolm Brogdon? Yeah, 37th ranked player, 1.1 steals. He can sustain the points, the rebound, the assists. It's about the really the efficiency for him lately and the steal numbers. Don't think the steal numbers gonna come back again. TJ McConnell, I think, is still a must roster player to me. I know he played 22 minutes earlier this week. Did not play well, but he's leading the league in steals, and he got again 31 minutes. This game went to overtime, but in regular season he gets 26, 27 minutes. He's still a must roster, in my opinion. The assists, the steals. He's too good. Can't leave him on the waiver wire. If he gets dropped, you gotta scoop him. Spend your waiver wire. Spend some money to get him. Caris LeVert, yeah, I wasn't too high on this guy. Ever since he came back, I just know this guy's bad efficient, and he gets some assists and steals, but not in huge volume, and a little bit points. So I'm not too high on this guy. If you don't care about the efficiency, sure, he's not gonna be this bad every game, but on the season, his rank is 100. Second ranked player, and a lot of the games, he was on the Nets with like KD or Kyrie out. He went off a couple of games. He's not gonna average 17 points on this Pacers team, I don't think, and still shooting only 42%. So pretty bad from Caris LeVert. I think if he ever goes off, he'll be that guy that I would try to package in. To do a sell high. Miles Turner, 5 blocks. Yeah, that's it. Sabonis, 17-11, had a pretty rough game shooting the ball. But Connie stats is 9, 7 for 7 from the free throw line. And to me, Justin Holiday is still a 12-team league guy, especially in category leagues. Not so much in points leagues. In category leagues, this is what he can do. He had 5 threes, 2 steals, 2 blocks even. So pretty good game from him as well. And on the Heat side, Jimmy Butler. I think the first game without getting a steal, that's he went on a hot stretch getting the steals, averaging like 2.5 to 3 steals. But 15 rebounds, 7 assists is still good. Jimmy Butler, if he pounding the threes, he's almost like a god, like a top 5 guy this season in category leagues. So really good from Jimmy. Kelly Olynyk, not so much. I will still hold on to him for a few more games. The minutes is still somewhat there. 28 minutes is somewhat low with this game going to overtime. But he just played really bad, minus 17, while Bam went off 22, 29 points, 10 rebounds, 2 steals, and 3 blocks. The problem with Bam is he's just too good, hitting all the free throws, and if the defensive stats can get back to the level he was last year, yeah, he's a top 15 guy even. Duncan Robinson, 3 threes, nothing else. All these guys, Duncan Robinson, Kendrick Nunn, Tyler Hero, and Goran Dragic. None of those guys are a must roster with everybody healthy. If Goran Dragic ever gets hurt, Kendrick Nunn, you gotta pick him up. But with all 4 guards, playing and healthy, there's not much. Even this game, Goran Dragic was hurt. Kendrick Nunn got 23 minutes, so say goodbye to him. Trevor Ariza, this guy is a fantasy monster. If given 30 minutes, he's old. 19 minutes, still got a steal and 2 blocks. Good for Ariza. He's still playing on the roster playing. The next game is the Oklahoma City, 2 tanking teams versus each other. I think Isaiah Roby, Alexei Pokusevski, Moses Brown, all those guys are worth rostering, I think, for the next 3-4 days just to see what happens if Al Horford gets traded. I don't know. They've been putting out pretty good stats, so you want to stream them anyways. With Horford out, we don't know when Horford is back. All 3 guys put up, okay numbers. I think Pokusevski has the biggest upside given the minutes. Moses Brown is more of a 2 category guy, the rebound and the blocks. He had a 5 block game last week. but I don't think even given 25, 30 minutes, he can average 2 blocks. I think that 1 5 block game was an anomaly. All the other games, his block numbers was pretty low. Isaiah Roby, just pretty solid numbers across the board. This game against a bad Rockets team, yeah, a great stats as well. Shea was out. Yeah, Shea was also out of this game. So Lou Dort took 22 shots. Yeah, he's not gonna do that again. So I like him the least out of all the starters. And Theo Maledon getting the 3 steals is really nice. And on the Rocket side, yeah, do not drop Kevin Porter Jr. Don't drop. I think it's a good buy low. Throw us, try to trade us, a top 70 guy. Throw it at the owner because he might just suck whenever John Wall is playing and Oladipo is playing. Wait at least the trade deadline is over. If one guy gets traded, Kevin Porter Jr. I mean, he was also kind of hurt. He was questionable coming into the game, and he played 20 minutes, a minus 15, pretty bad. So yeah, once his minutes are back up, I expect him to put up pretty good counting stats. The efficiency for this guy is pretty bad. Not that good of a free throw shooter, not 80%, and efficiency could also be bad. John Wall and Oladipo, man, this guy probably, trade deadline is it's coming up. They gotta trade this guy. I believe the Rockets. They're trying to. Nobody's biting. Whenever he's playing, the counting stats look pretty good. This game efficiency also good. Not so much for John Wall, and he has that shutdown risk with his knee injuries. If you can get any type of 80, 90 guy, maybe package John Wall and another guy to get a top 50 guy, you gotta do it. Even per game basis, he wasn't that good because the efficiency is bad and he misses so many games. Christian Wood, yeah, this guy is gonna be a monster down the stretch. To me, he's the top 15 guy, a 2010 with 1.5 blocks. And if his free throw efficiency can improve, he could be maybe on the per game basis a top. He's I don't know, him and Karl-Anthony Towns. He's a bad free throw shooter compared to Towns, but everything else, I don't know, pretty similar. Jae'Sean Tate, 33 minutes, a block, 9 rebounds. He's worth rostering, and Daniel House also, the minutes is pretty high. If these guys play 33 minutes, yeah, gotta take a look at both of them. And you can drop Kenyon Martin Jr., I think, with all the guys back and healthy. But if the guy ever gets 30 minutes, yeah, scoop him up. The next game is the Pelicans getting a huge win over Denver Nuggets. Pelicans, they are on the, they lose a few more games, they're out of the playoffs. So they got right now they're the 11th seed, 18 and 24, 4.5 games from the 8th seed. So they got to win every game with about 30 games left. Brandon Ingram, great game. This is what you want to see, the peripheral stats. He's really, really consistent, giving you those like 22, 23 points. This game, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. Really good game from Ingram. Same thing with Zion. Fill up the stat sheet against his Denver team. 30 points, 6 rebounds, a steal, and a block. Really good. Steven Adams played 36 minutes against Jokic. If you can get any sort of value, package Adams in a deal, I would do it. His minutes is up and down, like a lot of the big men in more than NBA. Whenever he plays 30 plus minutes, he can grab you 10 rebounds. No worries there, but that's about the only category he's consistent in. A really bad free throw shooter as well. Nickeil Alexander-Walker started in place of Lonzo Ball. If Lonzo Ball gets traded, you gotta pick up Nickeil Alexander right away. He's been getting a lot of defensive stats this season. I really like him. The efficiency could be rough, but if he played 30 minutes, I think he's a must roster guy. Could be a top 70, 80, maybe 50, depending on how many steals he's gonna get. On a per minute basis, his steal numbers has been pretty good this season. Eric Bledsoe, not so much. Gotta drop this guy. And Josh Hart, if you need some rebound guard, yes, go for it. Denver Nuggets side, Michael Porter Jr., 35 minutes. That's the most encouraging thing. As long as this guy plays 33 plus minutes, he's going to put up 18 points and that rebound, no worries. He's not going to give you a lot of assists, but the steals and blocks are also good. He can. And also he hits threes on pretty high efficiency. Paul Millsap, wow, 30 minutes. They're without a couple guys like Monty Morris, Gary Harris. God knows when Gary Harris is coming back. And is Coach Malone going to give Gary Harris minutes? when he comes back, maybe 30 minutes. And when that happens, Will Barton is going to lose some value. Yeah, I think it's a sell high for Will Barton. He's been playing pretty well lately. If you, yeah, like I said, 1-for-1 might be tough, but if you throw in Will Barton and another guy for a better guy, that always works. Barton could lose his value whenever Gary Harris comes back, and this level of production, he took 19 shots here. I don't know, may not be sustainable. Jamal Murray really really good from the field, 7 assists is really really nice, and a steal, 23 points. The next game is the Boston Celtics finally getting a pretty huge win over probably the worst team in the Eastern Conference. Vucevic, Aaron Gordon, and Evan Fournier both getting 30 plus minutes. I think if you can trade Evan Fournier and Aaron Gordon, again, do 2-for-1s, right? 1-for-1, probably a lot of guys not gonna buy it. They are just this Magic team. I mean I wouldn't feel comfortable holding any of the guys because they're in tanking mode. So if they get hurt, they're gonna be out for twice the amount of time. If they really need the guy back and fight for the playoff spot. Evan Fournier, 19 shots. Whenever this guy plays, he put up okay numbers, like 18, 19 points, and not much else. But that's solid. But the efficiency is rough this game. So if you can trade him, trade him. Vucevic, 37 minutes, 12 and 13, not much else. Continue to be the only bright spot on this team. Aaron Gordon, this guy's efficiency is bad, but he can give you plenty of rebound and assist. He really upped his assist this year, averaging 4. So I guess he's worth rostering depend on what your team needs. Let me just pull up my camera real quick. So if he's out there, sure. He really went off earlier this week, had like 38 points, career high. Efficiency fullback, down to earth this game. Next time he went off, I would try to trade him. The Celtics, yeah, a lot of interesting things. Jaylen Brown, great. He took 18 threes, hit 10 of them, 34 points. Good enough. The peripherals is okay, but for Jaylen, it's about the free throw percentage, I think. And with everybody back, he still took 24 shots, which is, I thought Kemba, Tatum, he took 24 shots. He really had it going this game. Jason Tatum, pretty disappointing lately. Just want to see him getting more defensive stats. Honestly, this game 22 points. Because Jaylen really had it going. But regardless, still okay game. 23 points and 5 threes. Daniel Theis played 31 minutes. A really good game. He's worth streaming at least. Now that Tristan Thompson is still out. Daniel Theis get 30 minutes every once in a while. He can pop off like this. Stealing a block, 13 points, and 11 rebounds, while Robert Williams going back to 14 minutes. This is why, he still put up okay numbers. Like 1 block, if he got 2 blocks, that's fantastic. 2 blocks and 7 rebounds, that's good enough for me. But that just tells us like Robert Williams' minutes. The highest he can go is maybe 26, 27. He played 27 minutes the other night. So I would try to sell Robert Williams. He's going to be a headache to him because, sure, he can win you blocks. But I know like maybe one Robert Williams can win you that category alone, but you're losing out on a lot of other categories if you roster Robert Williams for the full time. So, it's just the minutes is so inconsistent, and I still worry that Tristan Thompson comes back. Hey, what's Robert Williams' minutes gonna be? And he was also minus 13. I guess he was just bad this game, and coach didn't want to play him. The bench unit, him and Peyton Pritchard both got low minutes, so maybe a buy low, or if he gets dropped, if someone is stupid enough to drop him. But I just still do worry about his minutes, very very up and down. And if he's not playing well on the court, he's just not going to get played 26, 27 minutes. So he's got to contribute to winning basketball to get this level of minutes. Marcus Smart, Kemba Walker. Smart, the steals, still waiting for his steals. 8 assists is really good, and Kemba just below average. I think whenever Kemba have a huge game, try to sell him for a top 50 guy because he's not going to, I think, come near to a top 50 this season. And with all the games he's going to miss, it's going to be a headache. The next game is the Wizards. Westbrook did not revenge on the Nets again, losing 106-113. Wizards gonna be out of the playoffs. It looks like they are. They had a hot stretch before the All-Star break. Now they're 15-26 and 5 games out of the 8th seed. So they're pretty tough. They gotta, and the schedule I don't think is getting any easier. Rui Hachimura, I think gotta roster this guy. Play 40 minutes. Davis Bertans is hurt. Just there are clear ways for Rui Hachimura to play huge minutes. This is exactly what he does. 20 points and 10 rebounds. On some nights, okay efficiency against bad Nets defense. Although they only scored 106 points. If you need points and rebounds, sure, he doesn't have high efficiency. And Alex Lang, really good. 29 minutes, 20 points, 2 blocks and 9 rebounds. I don't know. He's gonna consistently get 29 minutes. I don't know. I'll keep my eyes on him for sure. If he can get consistent 25 plus minutes, I think you gotta roster him. Otherwise, straight. Bradley Beal, not so much. Had a pretty rough game, only 17 points, while Russell Westbrook continues to be a beast. 8 turnovers, but who cares? 78% from the free throw line. That is really good for Westbrook. Good efficiency as well. You can sell high, I would say. Try to sell high, but just gotta be really careful because once you sell Westbrook, your team is gonna, obviously he's in category leagues, his ranking is really bad. So don't sell him for anybody that's outside of top 40, I think, in my opinion. Although his ranking in 9 category leagues is really bad, but he can literally turn a team into from a mediocre team to a top team. If the team is compounding free throws and turnover, boom, getting Russell Westbrook. So yeah, you just gotta be really careful if you want to sell high on Russell Westbrook. Make sure you're getting the right build. On the Brooklyn Nets side, Kyrie and Harden, they're just putting up monster numbers without KD. KD's gotta be back eventually. He's like week to week. It's a pretty frustrating situation, but what can you do? Just gotta put KD in the IR and hopefully. And when he does come back, I would, on a per game basis, he should still be fine. But I just don't expect him to play. Steve Nash to play him 38 minutes like he was beginning of the season and play back to backs. I don't know. Hammy's got a very tricky. He got So I think he's gonna probably miss a lot of back to backs coming up. And I don't think Nets have a great schedule. So if you can try to trade KD, I would do it. Like if you can trade KD for Damian Lillard, oh yeah. So maybe whenever KD's near the return, try to make a trade. That's when you pull the trigger, I think. DeAndre Jordan, 17 minutes. Well, Claxton, wow, 26 minutes. I would grab Claxton. Maybe Steve Nash realized DeAndre Jordan is pretty bad. He was -7 in 70 minutes, while Claxton was +6. But the Nets they go small a lot of the times, and then they split the rest of the center minutes with DeAndre Jordan and Claxton. So yeah, he's not gonna play 26 minutes every night. I know that for sure. But whenever he plays, he's putting up the huge block numbers and getting the steals. Good field goal guy. So like a Robert Williams situation. If he gets hype from the basketball community, fantasy basketball community, I would make a trade because that's what Robert Williams is getting a lot of hype. So whenever they go off, I would try to make a trade. Jeff Green and Joe Harris, those guys are you can stream them for some points and some efficiency stats. Let's go on to the next game. So many games. The next game is the Raptors losing. Bad. This is bad. Raptors losing to Cleveland Cavaliers. And there's just still trade rumors going around with Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry came out and said he's going to be a Raptors for life. We don't know. I mean, he can say that, but I guess the front office can still make trades. Well, we don't know. But I think Raptors is probably the best spot because this is where he can play 40 minutes. Okay line, bad efficiency, but 8 rebounds, 4 assists and a steal, 18 points. Well, Fred VanVleet played 41 minutes as well. Fred VanVleet has been a beast this season, getting the 2 steals again. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this, with the little guard getting blocking point. Well, how many shots is he blocked? After this game, Fred VanVleet in 9 category leagues per game basis, he's ranked 13th. He surpassed Miles Turner. Just really scary stuff, honestly. From Fred, averaging 1.8. Majority of his value is coming from the defensive stats. 1.8 steals and 0.8 blocks. That is scary. And as a guy who's getting 6.6 assists, he's only averaging 2 turnovers. So that's why his value is so high. Be careful when you trade for him because his counting stats are not so good. 6 assists is good, 20 points, but for a guy that ranked that high, like all the other guys in this area is like Miles Turner blocking 3.4 shots, Bradley Beal averaging 32 points. Fred VanVleet is mainly the steals, 1.8 steals. So be careful if you make a trade for guys like this, where like the defensive, be careful. I mean, Miles Turner's, I can get that. The blocks, he can win your blocks if you really need those. Fred VanVleet, 1.8 steals. Steals is so up and down. So be careful. Norman Powell, yeah, still took 16 shots, 18 points. He could average 17, 18 points the rest of the way, but I think the sell high window might be close. The next time he pops off, I would trade him for sure. While OG had 3 steals and a block, really good game from OG. 17 points, 6 rebounds. It's good to see him back and out there playing 30 minutes. And let's look at the Cavaliers. Give me 1 second. Sorry, excuse me. And the Cleveland Cavaliers, they got another wing. Great. Maybe Larry Nance Jr. is good. They were struggling pretty hard with him out. He's a must roster guy. Must roster guy. Now that Love is out of the way, he's going to play 30+ minutes every night, pretty much the power forward. 10 points, 7 rebounds, a steal and a block. Good game from Larry Nance. And Isaac Okoro, again, he was pretty bad last week or so, and this came really good. 8 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals and a block. I don't think you want to rush to pick him up, but a great game. Jarrett Allen, good bounce back, 17 points and 15 rebounds and a block. He was struggling. If you bought low on him, congrats. Colin Sexton and Darius Garland, those 2 guards, man, they're getting 35+. They're like the Raptors guard backcourt. Getting 35+ minutes pretty much every night. Both bad from the free throw line this game. Both a lot of turnovers. Colin Sexton really went off. 36 points, 2 steals. Yeah, just want to see him getting more assists and more steals. Darius Garland, 15 and 6. Mainly points and a little bit points and assist guy. I just want to see the rebound numbers go up. For a guy that played 40 minutes, only 3 rebounds. Yeah, maybe a bit more aggressive going for those rebounds. Give those rebounds to your fantasy owners. Let's go on to the next game. The Bulls, yeah, two bad teams. The Bulls beating the Detroit Pistons. Yeah, so let's talk about the Thaddeus Young and Thomas Satoransky situation. Satoransky is a must roster. We know that. If the guy played 25 to 30 minutes, I think must roster as in he should be a top 100 guy per game basis. Getting the assists, getting the steals, right? Maybe it's a sell high for Satoransky. Even this game he played 28. I don't think he's gonna get consistent 30+ minutes. And Thaddeus Young, yeah, if you can trade him, he started and only played 20 minutes. While Daniel Gafford and Wendell Carter Jr. both played 13. I think Wendell Carter Jr. was hurt. So these 2 guys, per minute wise, Thaddeus Young and Satoransky, they're great. No worries. But I think their minutes is not secure. So if you can, again, do 2-for-1s, 2-for-3s, that kind of 3-for-2s, that kind of stuff, try to move them because they could lose their minutes. I mean, I know I've been saying about Thaddeus Young for a long time. I mean, he did lose his minutes. He's still putting up this level of stat, which is in 20 minutes, 8 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists in 20 minutes. Damn, he might leading the leading assists if playing 35 minutes and 3 steals. Just a per-minute monster. I mean, I don't know how long he can sustain this, honestly. And Satoransky as well. So I don't know. Kobe White, 17 minutes. Ignore the 17 minutes. 2 steals is really nice. 4 assists, 7 points for Kobe White. He was getting 0.2. I think earlier this season he went 10 games without getting a steal. And lately, coming off the bench, averaging a ridiculous amount of steals for him. I'm okay with you moving on from him, but if you want to hold for him because it's a lineup change, Kobe White could be getting 25 to 30 plus minutes, and if he's getting the steals like this, he could be a top 100 guy. But it's borderline. So if you want to move on him, perfectly fine. And I will still try to sell high on Satoransky and Thaddeus Young. You know, I just don't think their role on this team is secure for the rest of the season. It could change anytime. If the Bulls are out of the playoffs 2 weeks from now, if they go on a 5 game losing streak, then why play Satoransky or Thaddeus Young at all? So I would sell high whenever they go off. Zach LaVine, a pretty bad game for Zach LaVine standard, 18 points and nothing else. And Lauri Markkanen as well, just so empty, 16 points and 8 rebounds and nothing else. Had a block, but bad efficiency just seemed so empty to me. Patrick Williams, 34 points. He's like Isaiah Okoro, playing high minutes, can do a little bit of everything, but just the stats don't look sexy at all. And yeah, no, I don't think I'm must roster guys. For Detroit Pistons, Jeremy Grant, he's falling out all the way. He's struggling hard. He's struggling really hard. So I would try to buy low on him. 26 points, but nothing else. And his rankings is falling all the way out of top 40, I believe. Yeah, 51st ranked player now. So I would buy low. I would buy low on him. Saddiq Bey, he was having, he popped off last game, and this game 1 for 9. He's not a must roster guy. I think I said it the other day. He can put up some points, but the defensive stats, the assists, just not enough. Mason Plumlee continues to get 28 minutes. What else can you do? And really popped off. I gotta sell high. Yeah, I will still sell high. I've been saying sell high this guy for 2 months now. They're still playing him high minutes, still starting. It could just change like that. The guy just become a droppable guy overnight. But yeah, obviously everybody in fantasy could be droppable if they are out for season. But for guys like Mason Plumlee, it's just to try to do 2 for 1s, as I said it many times. 12 and 10, 4 steals and 2 blocks, just really juicy. The peripheral stats. Frank Jackson, this guy been getting 30 minutes for no reason. I don't know. Dennis Smith Jr. I thought he would be getting more minutes, but this guy's fantasy upside is not that high. He doesn't get that many steals, so I don't really like him. Delon Wright, I said he would sell high. I've been saying it ever since he came back because he has to share minutes with Dennis Smith Jr. That's what I thought. But it seems like Frank Jackson is getting the most minutes. So Delon Wright, the next time he pops off, I would try to move him. This game only 26 minutes. Josh Jackson, not a must roster guy. Isaiah Stewart, I would just stream him, see what happens. The trade deadline is coming up. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to just hold on to some of the guys, some of the younger guys, just in case the guy gets traded. You don't have to be like before someone else pick them up. If you're not fast enough. Let's go on to the next team. The Sixers, they're so good. Ben Simmons came back, but without Joel Embiid, no worries. They're winning games. Danny Green, what a game! 5 steals and 3 blocks. 33 minutes, 3 threes. Yeah. Can you sell this guy to anybody? No idea if he could. But if you could, yes. He's this week has been insane getting the defensive stats. Absolutely insane. I don't think this is sustainable, obviously. Tobias Harris, he actually said he could not feel his fingers when he hit his free throws in the end. Monitor his, and also really bad 5 for 18. That's understandable. He has some kind of stuff going on. So yeah, he might miss the next game or I don't know how many games, but he's being a bomb monster whenever he plays. Tony Bradley, I thought he's going to share minutes with Dwight, but Dwight by far the superior option, so you can't drop him. Embiid is coming back maybe in a week or 2. Furkan Korkmaz, 20 minutes. Yeah, this guy pretty boring. Only a 3-point streamer with all these guys, with Seth Curry out. Ben Simmons came back. Pretty good game. Still in the block, 16 points. But I just want to see him do more with when Joel Embiid is out. He did take 17 shots, but the assist is low for Ben. Come on, get us more, defensive stats as well. One steal. He was a two steals guy last year. This year the defensive stat has for sure, especially the steals has fallen off quite a bit for Ben. He's 64th ranked player, averaging 1.5 steals. Yeah, gotta do more, Ben. I want to see 1.7, 1.8 out of you. But shooting 65% from the field is really good. That's yeah. I didn't see that. That's really good. 65% from the field. Oh, my bad. That's free throw. Sorry. 50, 56, still good. 56, 57, that's good enough. Dwight Howard also, I think, a must roster with Giovanni beat out. 13 rebound and 2 blocks. Really good stuff from Dwight Howard. Shake Milton, if you can sell him to get any value back, I would. Another great game shooting the ball, 21 points. Given the opportunity, this guy can put up stats, but yeah. Just with Giovanni beat out, this is what he can get the minutes. Matisse Thybulle, I think he got 2 blocks here, still good, but it's just tough to hold on to this guy if Ben Simmons is back and playing. On the Knicks side, Reggie Bullock played 46. Yeah, this game went to overtime, but really high minutes from some of these guys. Julius Randle, wow, 5 steals. What is going on? But the free throw we see has started to, it's game 3-4 games. He has bad free throw nights. Maybe it's sell high because the efficiency is bad for a few games in a row, and he's just getting tired. Playing 40 minutes every single game, being the first option with like all the guys D-Rose out, and yeah, I would try to move him. 1-for-1, maybe a top 50 guy, and 2-for-1, maybe top 25 guy, top 30 guy. Underperforming top 30 guy, that is. Nerlens Noel, great. Playing 36 minutes. He was playing 20 minutes, and Mitchell Robinson played 16. I think it's a buy low on Mitchell Robinson and sell high on Nerlens Noel. This game, yeah, some guys might think, oh, wow, maybe Nerlens Noel going to keep playing 36 minutes. No, I don't think so. I think Mitchell's minutes, he's coming back slowly, and Nerlens Noel is going to slowly losing minutes. That's what's going to happen. So if you can, some people might think Nerlens Noel going to have average 35 minutes rest of the season. Yes, sell him to that guy. RJ Barrett, counting stats still look good. 19 and 8. But if you can sell him, if you can, with once D-Rose and Elfrid Payton come back, I don't expect this level of production. Emmanuel Quickly be getting the opportunity, but not putting up good stats. Only 10 points here. While Alec Burks, yeah, you wanna stream this guy until God knows when D-Rose is coming back, and he's been playing quite well. So I would take a look at him for sure. Really efficient from the free throw line and hit threes, score up a bunch of points. So I like him. Let's go on to the next game. The Lakers, yeah, it's no surprise here. Phoenix Suns, they are the 2nd seed. Even with LeBron, who knows? But let's look at the Lakers. Who we want to pick up? I think I like Taylor Horton Tucker the best, honestly. Given 30 minutes, he can give you steals. He can get you blocks. He can get some assists, three here. Can grab rebounds. Can score. Really bad efficiency here, but he'll be better than this most nights. And finally getting an opportunity to show us what he has. I remember last year in the playoffs, he played some key minutes. Coming off the bench, give them energy. Pretty good. I wouldn't hate it if you roster him. Dennis Schroeder, I think is a must roster guy with AD and LeBron out, and I would try to sell high before they come back. But a must roster guy at this point. Same thing with Montrezl Harrell, must roster guy at the moment, playing 34 minutes. But just to take a team without LeBron and AD, what are they gonna do? If they lose 5 straight, man, they might be in the playoff. They might be on the edge of playoffs. So I don't know. Maybe that forces AD to come back sooner. If they lose 5 games in a row, I don't know. They could drop 5 games in a row. This roster is literally the worst in the NBA, probably. No disrespect to guys. No disrespect to Kyle Kuzma. He's also, I think you got to roster him with all the guys out. He'll play 35 plus minutes. Had 6 assists here. That's really good. But we know he's not a big defensive guy, and efficiency is also not too good. Meaning give you the points and rebound. KCP also. Sorry, I take that back. He's gonna get 30 plus minutes a night, but what is this KCP? And Alex Caruso, he could be a steal streamer if he gets 30 minutes. Pretty good defender. 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 7 points. Keep an eye on just the minutes. But I like Horton Tucker the best, and then Kyle Kuzma. And I think Dennis Schroeder and Montrezl are probably already rostered in most of the leagues. For the Phoenix Suns, Mikal Bridges, another great game. He does not give you the counting stats, but also did not make a 3. But good efficiency, 6 rebound, a steal and a block. He's been getting a lot of steals, so let's see. If he can get 1.5 steals, he's a top 40 guy. Very simple. Guy that's just have almost 0 turnovers. I think, where is his ranking at? For a guy in the top 50 averaging only 0.8 turnovers, that's like 0.8 turnover is like a guy getting, I don't know, like 20 points. That's how valuable, that's why it's underlooked in 9 category leagues. I'm talking about 9 category leagues that include turnover. If you play 8 cat without turnover, sure, his value is not that great. But 0.8 turnovers is really, really good. That's why Robert Covington, the rank is also up there. Not only, obviously, he's so good because the defensive stats, but Lord is only averaging 1.2 turnovers. Chris Boucher ranking is so high because he's averaging 0.7 turnovers. Those guys, they just don't turn the ball over. That's also one category. So yeah, that gets overlooked from time to time. The such low turnover numbers. Jay Crowder, 30 minutes. Yeah, could stream him for some threes. Ayton had one of his best games. 10 for 13, 26 points, 8 rebound and a block. But we know he's a bust. If you can sell high for 50, top 50 guy, sure, package him and another guy. Devin Booker, so consistent scoring 25 plus points every single game, but the assist is low. And bad free throw. Just, maybe the biggest bust in the first round so far this year. Pretty much one category, But lately the assist has been up. Chris Paul, a triple-double, what a great game. 3 steals and a block. Chris Paul has been a beast this season, And fairly healthy. How many games did he miss? 1, 2? Playing back-to-backs, like, man, this guy 2-3 years ago on the Rockets, he was just hamstring issue after hamstring issue, and the older he gets, the healthier he gets. I don't know. I don't know what drug he took from LeBron, but really, really good stuff from, just so healthy this season. And we know this guy, as long as he's healthy, play 30 minutes, he's a top 30 guy pretty much all his career, basically, at this point. The last game of the night is the Mavericks beating. Yeah, they really destroyed the Portland. Dorian Finney-Smith came back, so Tim Hardaway Jr. played 18 minutes. So, yeah, I wouldn't roster Tim Hardaway Jr. I think a lot of leagues, a lot of guys are still rostering Tim Hardaway Jr. I would drop his ass. Dorian Finney-Smith came back, didn't really do much, but a team high plus 32. Maxi Kleber he's not blocking any shots, so I would drop him. I expected him to give us, over 1 block a game. He is the 111th ranked player in category leagues, averaging 0.8 blocks. That I don't think that's gonna cut it. He's not a must roster guy. Porzingis only 7 shot attempts. I only played 25 minutes. It's a blowout. So pretty good. 1 steal, 2 blocks, 8 rebound. And Josh Richardson shot the ball really well. He, in category leagues in 12 teams, maybe he's a worth pickup. He's been playing quite well. And, 3 and D guys, they're going to get high minutes. And, where's Josh Richardson's ranking this season? 108. Yeah, 108. So around that area, you know, you're probably better off. You get more value streaming that spot, but I don't hate it if you roster him. Luka Doncic also went off. No defensive stats and bad from the free throw line. Yeah, unless Luka can improve the bad defense, not the bad defense in real life, the bad not getting the defensive stats and the low bad free throw, he could be then maybe he could move into top 10. Before that, I would not draft him. Early in the first round at least, maybe late, but I wouldn't like he was getting drafted top 3, top 2 in category leagues. He was never gonna do that. You know. On the Portland Trailblazer side, this is the ass beating. CJ McCollum still under some sort of minutes restriction, 24 minutes, 13 points and nothing else. Again, it's a buy low, but buy low like a top 40 or 50 guy. You know, who knows? I mean, over the years, his ranking is just around 50. So maybe he's not even for the rest of the season. He's not even going to be a top 50 guy. I don't know. So if you trade 1-for-1 for a top 50 guy, it could be risky. Damian Lillard also pretty bad. Everybody's bad. And Kanter, dude. If you have Kanter, 2-for-1, get rid of him. He's gonna be droppable real soon. 6 rebound, nothing else. Yeah, only played 15 minutes. So I guess he just really struggled against the Mavericks offense because he has to be out there guarding Porzingis. So yeah, Robert Covington. That just tells you coaches how many minutes they like to give the 3-and-D guys. And Robert Covington is so perfect. He doesn't really, his value is not coming from getting the shots up. It's about getting the steals and the blocks. 2-3 block, just so good. He was really struggling. If you bought low on him, congrats. And he was probably droppable, in 2-3 weeks of time. But we know the upside is too high to drop. At least I know. So yeah, as long as the guy is getting minutes, you don't really ever drop Robert Covington. Derrick Jones Jr. 20 minutes, yeah. Only a defensive streamer. Yeah. I think that's it for. Oh yeah, what happened to the? Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about LaMelo Ball, but he broke his wrist, not in game. Wow, that really sucks. But the news came out, pretty big news that LaMelo Ball broke his wrist and he's gonna be pretty much out for season. That really sucked. That really sucks. He's being top 50, 60 guy for the Red, playing really well and could be a top 40 guy, top 30 guy next season. We'll see. We're probably not gonna see him again this season. So Devontae Graham is a pickup, in my opinion, but not a must roster. He can give you 6 assists and nothing else. Yeah, that's it for all the games. I'll see you guys later.